Hey everybody, so we today are going to move through a class that's going to help you find a very deep sense of relaxation. So as normal, we will be moving through yin postures that will allow us to find rest and relaxation and deep stretch within the body. But alongside that today, I want to guide you to be able to put down your fight. Without realizing it, when we move through a normal day, we are in some kind of fight or resistance almost constantly. We are resisting, complaining about, trying to control all different things, whether it be in our environment, the people around us, the things we're thinking, the way we're feeling. So when we come onto the mat today, I will be guiding you to soften, to allow more, to accept more, and to be able to make our peace with things when things aren't perfect. So as always, you can be a beginner and join in. You can have all the yoga props, or you can just have a couple of cushions and a blanket off of the sofa. We will begin in a kneeling position. If that's uncomfortable for you, you can come into a cross-legged seated position, or you can just lay down onto your back just for a minute or two. So allowing your eyes to close once you're settled into a comfortable position. And just take a moment to soften the muscles around the eyes, across the forehead. Let your jaw soften up a little bit, your tongue relax, your throat soften. Allow your shoulders to release and relax, all the way down the arms to the hands. Let the hands soften and relax as they rest into the thighs. Breathing in and out through the nose if that's comfortable for you. Take a deep breath in through the nose all the way up to the very top. Hold that breath in at the top and out through the nose all the way down to the end. As we breathe in again, become very engaged with the breath, breathing in through the nose. All the way up to the top, and then we hold. Feel that breath leave, breathing out through the nose, all the way down to the end. We'll do that one more time. Breathing in, holding at the top, breathing out, feeling that breath leave through the nose, feeling the chest fall, the belly fall. Then just breathing normally, in and out through the nose if you can. Take a moment to begin to release, drop any subjects or lines of thinking that don't belong here in this moment. Instead of being interested in what the mind has to say, start to become interested in this moment right here, right now. Notice your body. Notice your breath. Tuning into the moment. What is here in this moment that you hadn't noticed? Notice the feeling of the body. Notice the way the muscles are feeling. If there's any areas within the body that are tense or tight or gripped. And introducing a kind of rhythm now that each time you breathe out, there's this allowing the body to release and relax its tensions. Breathing out, letting go. And we'll continue this rhythm of breathing out and letting go throughout the class, throughout the postures. That breath out is your opportunity to release, to relax. And we'll continue to arrive in the moment and soften the body in our first posture. So for now, I want you to just gently open the eyes. Sitting down to the side, if you did take that kneeling position, taking the legs around in front of you. We're going to come into a half butterfly pose. So you're going to take your right foot in towards the body, let your knee fall out to the side, and just let that foot find that thigh. If this feels too strong through this hip or through this knee, you could use a cushion or a block underneath there for support. We're going to make our way down into the posture, sit up tall for a moment, lean the body forwards, and then relax the body down. All of our yin postures are passive, so there's no holding. We relax into the posture over time. So you can allow your spine to round, your head can start to lower as you relax your neck, and your arms can just be placed up onto the lap or down either side of the leg. And allow your body to begin to let go. So the leg, the thigh can relax, the hip on both sides. The shoulders let go, the arms are soft. And the more we relax the neck, the more the head drops forward. If this feels too strong along the back of this outstretched left leg, take a block or maybe a folded cushion, even a rolled blanket underneath the back of that leg, and create a little bend. If you need to give support to your head, you may use a cushion, a couple of cushions. You might use a block and a cushion. So any combination, any props that you can put in front of you that allows you to rest your head into something. You may also want to place a bolster lengthways down this left leg. If the leg is flat on the floor and you just want the support for the head of the bolster in front of you. Breathing in and out through the nose if you can. Each time that you breathe out, just spend your time here now, finding little ways to release and relax. So each time that you breathe out, this softening is just very subtle each time. So there's this very slow, gradual relaxation that's taking place breath by breath. This requires you to be here with your body, to have a feel into the body, and to really be paying attention, looking for or seeking out those areas within the muscles and tissues that, without you realizing it, are probably holding, gripping, or resisting. So seek those areas out, and then with each breath, allow them to let go. And if you can, let your attention rest with the body and rest with the breath. Like there's nowhere else you need to be right now. Coming towards our last few breaths on this side, softening a little more, giving your body plenty of opportunity and plenty of invitation to let go. So slowly rolling back, staying soft. Coming back to seated, placing your blocks, cushions, whatever you've been using to the side. Take the knee in, take the leg down, and then take the left foot in and the knee out to the side. So you may need a slightly different version of the posture on this side, so bear that in mind. Sitting up nice and tall, leaning forwards, and then relaxing down. Your arms should be somewhere where the upper arms and the shoulders can relax. And you may need to give a little bit of support to make that body feel safe, the posture feel more gentle. In Yin, remember, we are always looking for a gentle edge, nothing painful, nothing sharp, a feeling, an experience within the posture that we feel able to relax into and be in over time. So maybe you're going to give a little bit of support to the upper body as well. Not so much that you take the sensations away completely. So find that middle ground, not too little, not too much. Take as much time as you need to adjust. And then maybe close the eyes and just allow your attention to arrive back in this moment. Feel into the body. Seek out those little pockets of tension. And with your breath, give them an opportunity to release and relax. Breathing out, letting go. And when you find your attention has wandered away, try to bring your awareness back to your body, back to your breath. And that's the first imperfection you can allow. That there will be this dance of losing concentration, going away, and then bringing yourself back. You can make that easier on yourself by kind of giving over to it, having an energy of allowing and accepting, but still doing it anyway, still bringing yourself back each time to the moment, to the body, to the breath. Breathing out, letting go. Just keep softening. We're coming towards our last few breaths here. Just nice and slowly ease your way back. It's okay to feel fragile on the way out of a yin posture. A little bit stiff is normal. We reach some very deep tissue in the body. Bring your knee back to the middle first. Rest back into your palms and just move a little bit, knees from side to side. Stay soft, stay relaxed in your shoulders, your face, your hands. Breathe smoothly. Come onto your belly now. So you can place a blanket underneath the body just for comfort. If you're on a hard surface, place the forearms to rest into the floor with your elbows underneath your shoulders and soften through the back. So allow the back to arch, the belly to drop towards the floor or drop into the floor. So if you want to make things more gentle, just push those arms away, lower the chest. Come as far down as you need to until you feel just the right amount of sensation in your lower back. You can have a couple of stacked cushions or a bolster underneath you for support. And you could be up high, or you could roll the cushions or the bolster down towards the top of the chest. You could also use cushions or a bolster, blocks, whatever feels right, just in front of you, just to give your head some support. So if you're new to Yin, I hope that you're seeing from my different examples here that there's no one way to do any of these postures. You can use whatever you've got to give support to your body. And you're really looking to take care of your body in these postures. This is a nurturing, nourishing practice. So if it needs support, give it support. Close the eyes if you can, soften a little through the shoulders, soften the hands, soften the face. The breath is there at the center, at the core of you, coming and going. A central point to come back to, no matter how far you might wander off. So we come across many things on the mat that for us we deem to be imperfect, not the way we want them to be. Can be the way the body is behaving. Maybe the body's not sinking as deeply into the posture as you'd like, or doing the version of it you'd like it to. Or maybe it's not feeling the way you want it to feel. It can be that the mind is just so busy and you're becoming distracted often, or that your emotions aren't where you want them to be. You feel an uncomfortable emotion that you don't want to be feeling, and you'd rather be feeling peaceful. So even in our yoga practice, there are many imperfections that we come across. And our tendency as humans is to resist the things we don't want. But that's a lot of effort to move through life almost constantly in a state of resistance and tension against the things that we don't want to be here. So it doesn't mean that we need to become completely passive. But we can benefit very much so from softening some of that fight. And there are things present that we cannot change. To be able to take a rest from a fairly constant effort to control or fix or change whatever it is that we don't like. So if there's anything you come across in your practice today that isn't quite the way you want it to be, I'm going to invite you now to allow that imperfection, to just give over to it completely, to take a rest from that fight and just let it be, just for now. If you want to, for the last minute, come deeper. You can press up into seal, pressing the palms into the floor. And if you're using cushions or a bolster, you might move them just a tiny bit lower to give support to the body, but make sure that the hips, the front of the hips, are in contact with the floor. Soften your shoulders away from your ears if you can. Maybe soften the thighs. All of these props are optional, so you can take them away if you don't want them there. Breathing through the nose, finding this energy, this space of just letting things be. Allowing the moment. And putting down the fight, the resistance. So lowering the body and pressing back into child's pose for a moment. Good opportunity in child's pose to just give the weight of the body to the floor to let yourself get really heavy for a moment. Soften the shoulders, the neck, the face. Just give the weight of your body to the floor. Spending a few moments watching the breath come and go. Rolling back up to seated. Okay, so we're going to come into Shoelace Pose. You can sit onto a block. If you don't have a block, try sitting onto a cushion, maybe a couple of cushions, or you might even want to fold a cushion over because you want just something about that height to sit up onto. And you can have a little play around and you'll see once you get there. So we're going to start by taking the right foot underneath. Now your knee may not reach right around to the middle. It may sit more at an angle like my leg is now. If you can though, do take that knee to the middle. This is where you tend to need to just shuffle around on your block or your cushion and get it just right. So we could take the other leg over. Now for some of you this will be enough just to stretch the outsides of the hips, and you can just maybe interlock the hands around the legs, soften the shoulders and stay here. If you want to get deeper, let that knee drop down, take hold of your foot and draw the leg around further. So if it can, you can bring it to the middle. So we've got both knees in the central point, but you may well be more in this kind of position. Okay, so this may be enough for you. You can just relax your hands down to the side or in the lap. If your hips are very open, you may want to take the block or the cushion away and just sit on the floor in this position. If you want to get even deeper, you can come to the hands, so you can bend forwards. You can come all the way down, or you could stack cushions or a bolster in front of you so that you don't have to come as far. So you can let your head lower, your neck relax, your shoulders can still stay quite soft here. With each breath out, find a little bit of softening somewhere within the body. So we're not just softening physically as we breathe out, we're softening mentally and emotionally as well. Releasing a little bit of resistance, a little bit of tension, clenching, controlling, forcing, any of those kinds of energy. If you feel on the inside that you're just trying a bit too hard to try to control the moment, fix the moment, resist the moment, complain about the moment, all that effort the mind puts in to fighting with what is. And here today we just want to try to find more allowing. So as we breathe out and physically relax, we can let that soft feeling in the body soak into our internal environment as we soften and become more allowing, more accepting. So we give over to what is more and more. Be with your body, be with your breath. Find your softness as you breathe. Remember, if you wander too far with the mind, just bringing yourself back to the central point of the breath and the body. And give over to the imperfection of that when that happens. We're coming towards our last few breaths on this side. Really slowly rolling back up to seated, taking the legs out in front of you. Have a little release here, and take the other leg underneath. So it's the left leg goes under. Remember, the knee may not come all the way to the middle. Top leg maybe just crosses over here, or maybe you drop the knee and you bring the leg around. So your posture, find your version. And if your body needs something more gentle than it usually does, please give yourself what you need today. So maybe we just sit here for a moment. Maybe we soften into this first. And then if we want to, at any point, we can fold, we can come forwards, maybe just onto hands or maybe onto a bolster. Nowhere else you need to be right now other than here, right now in this moment. So observe, be present with this moment. Just sensing in those moments when you're going into a bit of resistance, going into a bit of fight with something. Maybe there's an emotion there that you don't quite want to be there. You'd maybe like to be feeling more peaceful or positive in some way. Maybe your body isn't quite doing what you want it to do. And ask yourself in those moments, can I just let this be okay? Can I just let this be good enough right now, just right now? Can I let this moment be a little bit messy, a little bit imperfect? Anywhere in your body that wants to release, that wants to soften, or anywhere internally. Any little efforts that you're putting in mentally, emotionally. Any trying, any forcing, any gripping, any tension that you could release and relax from. Coming towards our last few breaths. Bring your body back up to an upright position. Take the block away, or cushion if you've been using a cushion. Lay down onto your back. Take your arms out to the sides. And take your feet towards the edge of your mat. So there's quite a big distance between the feet, and drop the knees down from side to side. So you can go one way. You don't have to bring the knees all the way to the floor. But as you go in one direction, look your head in the opposite. And then switch over. So it doesn't matter what side you start on. But just enjoying the movement in the hips. Stay soft. Bring your knees back to the middle, and you can either just bend the legs and let the knees rest together, or you can relax the legs down the mat. Close the eyes, soften the shoulders back into the earth, and just take a minute here. Continuing to soften your energy, soften your body. So take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Bring the feet in and drop the knees to the side for a moment. Cross your legs, sit tall. You might like to just take your arms up above you first and just have one last big stretch out. And placing the hands down onto the knees. Just take a few breaths here. Feel the change, feel the shift physically, internally, how we can find a softer way to move through this world. And that we have the ability to be able to put down some of the fight, some of the effort, some of the resistance. And this doesn't mean that we don't action, that we don't do the things we need to do, that we don't change things that we can change. But it means we take more rest and that we release ourselves from the constant effort that goes on the inside to try and get things right, try and get things perfect. It's all about balance. So bring those palms together. Lower your head to your fingertips. And as always, the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today, yogis, and thank you for choosing this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. And if you would like to see my weekly classes and videos, you can hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the little bell, and that way you get a notification so that you know when my new video is live. Let me know in the comments below, guys, anything that came up for you during that, any lessons that was learned, any revelations, anything that you struggled with. I love to hear from you. And if you would like a full-length class or a longer class around this idea of softening our fight and giving over to imperfections, let me know in the comments as well, and I will see if I can get around to doing that for you.